It's about time. A move has finally been made for Kyrie Irving. He is now being traded to the Phoenix Suns for Devin Booker and Eric Bledsoe. I can't wait for the upcoming season. If you didn't know, we pin an Amazon gift card at the top of our comment section on every single video. All you have to do to win is drop a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications by hitting the bell. Being one of the first people to our videos every day gives you the greatest opportunity to win. Alright, what's good YouTube? Bring you guys another video like I do every single day here on the Sport Hub channel. Once again, bring you guys the latest news and rumors around the league. If you've been paying attention over the past couple of weeks to our page or social media in general, basically this has been talked about everywhere. Kyrie Irving refuses to play alongside LeBron James anymore. He immediately demanded a trade from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that's basically been the headlines over the past couple of weeks. So many teams involved in the speculation, but it's official. Finally, a move is in play for him to go to the Phoenix Suns, which is exactly what I anticipated last week when Carmelo Anthony actually said it himself and made it clear he did not want to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers with all this drama surrounding them. Basically, he only wanted to go there if it was a Kevin Love for Carmelo swap, and he wanted to play alongside Kyrie and LeBron. But because of all the front office issues, because of all the drama and headlines surrounding Kyrie, and the fact that LeBron isn't dedicating more than at least this year to the Cavs and could potentially leave in free agency next season, which is very likely, he doesn't want to actually join that organization. He'd much rather go to, the foundation set in Houston, where James Harden was just signed to a huge contract, Chris Paul just dedicated some time, and they can easily get more players surrounding them. So that is what his option is on the table, and that is what he is going to do. But as far as this Kyrie Irving situation, over 20 franchises in the NBA actually made offers to the Cleveland Cavaliers for him. The most intriguing that I thought right from the start, right when the news broke, was the Carmelo and a couple first-round picks for Kyrie, sending him to New York. That's exactly the move that I thought was going to happen. I didn't think the Cavaliers were actually going to even consider any of the other teams' offers, but there were a lot of franchises in the NBA that did want Kyrie Irving, and they were willing to give up a lot. I seen that the Minnesota Timberwolves were actually considering getting rid of Andrew Wiggins for Kyrie. I seen that the Boston Celtics were considering giving up Isaiah Thomas. I seen a lot of options that were definitely something worth considering, but at the end of the day, the only two teams that I really seen in play and actually having a chance at this situation were the New York Knicks and the Phoenix Suns. Everything else kind of just seemed irrelevant to me. I know Kyrie said himself that he wanted to either join New York, Minnesota, Miami, or San Antonio, but it was obvious that the Phoenix Suns were going to be dealt with no matter what, because prior to the NBA draft, I actually seen rumors that Kyrie was going to be traded for Eric Bledsoe and the number 4 pick Josh Jackson. But recently, as that rumor actually came back around, ever since the news actually broke, they said Josh Jackson was untradeable, he was off the table, and they weren't dealing him no matter what. Now, LeBron James is actually friends with Eric Bledsoe and recently was working out with them, so that kind of just connects the dots right there. But it's just the fact of the Cavs don't necessarily have a strong shooting guard that they can depend on in their starting lineup. Obviously, you got J.R. Smith. He can be the greatest shooter of all time or he can be the worst shooter of all time. There's no in between. It's either one or the other every single night. He's definitely a come off the bench, kind of bring a spark to the table type of player. In my opinion, that's just how I look at him. If they were to bring him right off the bench and he's just launching up all them threes without, playmakers like Kyrie Irving and LeBron just constantly having the ball in their hands, then easily he can get on a run and get on a roll no matter what. And that's what I think that he needs to do. He just needs to come in with that second unit. And it looks like that's what's going to happen if they were to pick up this situation in Devin Booker. Obviously, he would be the starter. This obviously solidifies the future for the Cleveland Cavaliers, whether or not LeBron actually stays, because they have so many players on long-term contracts. If he does leave in free agency after this upcoming season, they still have a lot of young talent that is developing into their primes in Kevin Love, Devin Booker, Tristan Thompson, so on and so forth. They'll be good no matter what. They'll obviously still be playoff contenders and basically run the Eastern Conference no matter what. But if LeBron chooses to stay in the East, obviously he would be the dominant team. Now, the Cavs making a move like this obviously shows me that they're trying to do whatever it takes to keep LeBron around. Kyrie was already devastated and wanted to leave no matter what they did, no matter what they said. They're trying to keep LeBron around because they know that he's the sole reason why they even have an NBA championship now. He's the reason why they have so much headlines surrounding them. He basically runs the economy of Cleveland. If he were to leave, that city would just go completely bankrupt compared to what it is now. They know this. And it's happened before. That's exactly why. They don't want it to happen again, because if LeBron leaves, the city of Cleveland will be once again devastated. He'll be one of the most hated players in NBA history again. And I just don't see him recovering from that in terms of likeliness from, NBA fans. Obviously, if you're a LeBron fan like me, you're going to stay unbiased by the situation and still, like him no matter where he goes. That's exactly how I feel about it. I want to see him pursue the greatest opportunity and the best chances at winning NBA championships. I don't want him to just sit around and develop with a team that isn't actually pursuing winning. And that's exactly how the Cleveland Cavaliers look, in my opinion, without these moves being made. If there was no moves, then they look like they were just going to be on the complete decline. They were getting worse because the second best player in Kyrie Irving's demanding a trade for a reason. Obviously, there's front office issues for a reason. All the chemistry is just basically turning into a frenzy. They need to do something. So this is a step in the right direction. Trading Kyrie Irving is obviously going to make them that much better, just in terms of, basically chemistry around the team and everybody, just because obviously all this drama wasn't good, and if they would have kept him around, it would have made matters way worse. But in terms of LeBron's legacy, this upcoming season is huge towards that. They have to win an NBA championship, otherwise LeBron is out. That's basically how it's going to come down to it. Everybody has to put in their full effort, and with the roster that they got right now, they definitely are still going to be a title contender. But in terms of being on the level of the Warriors, it's going to take a lot of luck and a lot of development throughout the regular season for them to actually build up the chemistry and get to that level. They can do it though, especially if you have a sharpshooter in Devin Booker, someone who dropped 70 points in a game last season. You got the reigning MVP of D-Rose actually coming from the New York Knicks, basically slept on. They stole him pretty much for a $2 million contract. He averaged 18 points per game last year. Could easily turn into that MVP D-Rose. Nobody knows if he stays healthy what the outcome may be. You still got LeBron James, the best player in the world, best player in the NBA, no matter what Kevin Durant says. You got Kevin Love. Now, I know for a fact that I've wanted Kevin Love out of there, but he is still a significant contribution to their team with what he does, averaging, 19 and 10. But he needs to step it up. If he can get 20 plus points per game, I feel like that would definitely be a huge step in the right direction. And then you get the best offensive rebounder in the league in Tristan Thompson, not even mentioning the bench, the depth that they got in Kyle Korver, and then J.R. Smith, who would still be there, and everything else in Amon Shumpert's defense. And they also signed Jose Calderon and Jeff Green to contracts, and they got some young talent there as well, along with Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, and everything else. So obviously in terms of depth, they got it. In terms of star talent, they got it. It's really going to come down to that effort and how much they really put forth. They really need to make things worth it this season. Otherwise, LeBron's gone and everything's just going to fall apart. They're not going to be anywhere close to as good as they could be. And obviously, if LeBron leaves, that's going to be just devastating to everything, which is what, honestly, I see him doing. I don't see the Cavaliers winning the NBA Finals this year. I see them basically making the finals, losing once again, and that's just it. LeBron's just going to be tired of constantly going all the way there, playing all them extra games just to lose in the end. It's not going to go over well, but we'll see. Only time will tell. Maybe LeBron will end up staying. Maybe they'll win the championship. Who knows? Let me know in the comment section down below if you approve of this Kyrie Irving for Eric Bledsoe and Devin Booker trade. I want to know what your opinions are on all of that. And like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you want to be entered in our Amazon or iTunes gift card giveaways, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel if you're not already, drop a like on this video if you haven't already, comment down below, and turn on notifications by hitting the bell. That way you're notified of all content we drop every single day. That's always a couple videos. And don't forget, we always pin an Amazon gift card at the top of our comment section, so being one of the first people to our videos as soon as that notification pops up gives you the greatest opportunity to actually win that as well. So we got plenty of prizes. Make sure you keep all of that in mind. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 100K as quick as possible, already halfway there in a month and a half. But with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.